Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Soul Rehab Project. This is Sarah Saxby, and this is the podcast where we talk about everything that has to do with lying, exposing lies, and coming to terms with where we're lying to ourselves and also where we're being lied to globally. And today I want to talk about relationships because I realize this is really important. This is an important thing when it comes to lying. And not just, I'm talking about relationships that are maybe abusive, maybe unhealthy, or maybe there's just not passion, real love. You're just used to that person, right? Because I love talking to people and just saying, well, what is it about your husband that you love? What is it? And sometimes they have to think about it because I'm not convinced that they're not just used to that person being around, because we're told ever since we're little that there's a path that we take in life. And when we take that path, it's going to bring us ultimate fulfillment and we'll feel really good and happy and live out the rest of our days. But we've been lied to about that path. First of all, there's not one path for everyone. So what the hell are we even thinking? We're all different. If that's not the standard path, like the standard typical path, if that's not for you, then you need to be honest that it's not for you. Maybe you're not interested in being married, or maybe you're not interested in living with someone forever. We're not encouraged to think for ourselves. And I've said this in podcasts before, that there is a system that keeps us from being who we really are, because who we really are is powerful and it knows everything. But we're conditioned and we're given this path that we have to follow, and we're following it and we don't feel good. And we're noticing that we don't feel good more and more today. And there are people who already understand what's happening and they see it. They're making the changes. They're doing the work. There are a shit ton of people that are still stuck in this conditioning, in this process, on this path, thinking that this is all there is. I have the home, I have the cars, I have the vacation, I have the kids, I have the soccer games. This is it. But you're sorely mistaken, because it's not. This is the lie you were told. So you keep trying to do more of those things and more distractions, more and more, and you still don't feel good. You still feel hopeless. You still cry in your luxury SUV. You cry when no one's watching because you're like, I have this amazing life. Why am I crying? Because you were lied to, and you're also lying to yourself. It's not what you want, and that's okay. But you're like, well, I can't break this up. I can't do that. Believe me, I've been there a few times where I thought I could never do it. But what the hell am I? I'm lying to myself every day. And more, I just feel this pressure. And I look at this person who doesn't even look like herself anymore, because I had to give up everything just for the relationship to work. The hell am I thinking? Was I thinking? And then there are people who are holding so tightly on to that illusion that the physicality, the cars, the house, the money. And the thing is, you guys, none of that stuff is going to matter anymore. And we're feeling it. But there are people who are holding on and pushing themselves towards more of it. More of it. I need more of the illusion. And it's going to break. It's going to break. So what I really wanted to talk about, and this came to me last night, was how the masses, most people, and we'll just go with, with us women, we love the self-help that's palatable. that's digestible, that's easy. Like we'll go on a retreat and we'll meditate. We'll search meditations. What can I do? We'll buy the books. We'll take the class. We'll join the group. But what you don't realize is the system that I'm talking about, the system that wins when we're blind and dumb and small. The system praises those people, those influencers, those coaches that keep you blind, dumb, and small. Because you're not a threat to the system. When you're just reading books, when you're just meditating to feel better, when you're just high vibing, when you're just letting it go, the system wins. It stays strong. And again, let me be clear. I am not saying don't meditate, don't take vacations, don't go hiking, don't read the books. Absolutely do that. Absolutely. Because you never know what kind of consciousness you're going to get and say, wow, that really hit. That's great. That's mainstream. It's palatable. It's digestible. It's easy to just read and logically understand things. The part that isn't mainstream, the part that big media and corporations and brands, what they don't love is when you really change and you connect with who you are. It's kind of like when you think about health, right? Disease is a very profitable business. It's very profitable. Health, real health. People, I've had people argue with me and say, oh, no, that's not true. Health, vitamins and all that stuff is very profitable. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about true health. So true healing, when you return to you return to who you are, which is the only source that knows what's best for you. That's free. That's why big media, corporations, they're not going to support the people like me who are telling you how to truly heal. They like just let it go. Let's get a high vibe. Let's manifest. Let's do a vision board and look at all. Again, go do those things. But when you go on a retreat for 3 days and you're all psyched because you're like, oh, I'm going to figure this out. I'm in my home and I'm crying in my luxury SUV and I'm looking around at all the stuff I have, but I still have this feeling in my gut, this pain, this pressure, this pain in my chest, this hopelessness. When I go to bed at night, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how to feel better. Nothing's working. I just had a half a bottle of wine and I went blotto for a couple hours, but it's still not working. I have to get up and do it all over again. So you can go on the retreat. 100%, go do it. Go spend $5,000. But when you come home, are you looking at your husband and saying, you know what? I never loved you. I'm only with you because I'm afraid to be alone. I'm scared shitless to be alone. I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I can. Or are you looking at him and saying, you know what? I don't know if I can financially make it. I'm scared, but I stay with you because it's security. I go to bed at night and I'm just used to you. I'm just used to you being there. I was told this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to share a bed and a bathroom and a blanket. But I don't like it. I love when you leave. Do you go home and actually say that? Do you say, I am scared to death to be by myself. And that's why I'm with you. I don't know what to do, but I need to do something. And the retreat, great. I met a lot of great people and listened to some guidance. But are you looking at your job and saying, I'm scared shitless because I have bills to pay, but man, I'm selling my soul every time I go in, and I'm doing it for 50 hours a week. I could barely pay the bills. I don't believe in what the company does. Everyone that works there sells their soul every time they go in. Are you looking at that stuff? Or are you just hoping that the next meditation will vibe you to a level where you're not going to mind? You're not going to be able to high vibe yourself into liking things or enjoying things that are fake. You can't. I don't care how many retreats you go to. I don't care how many books you read. If you're not facing the issue, if you're not facing the lie, if you're not removing the mask, it's not going to get any better. And you see people doing it all day long for years. How many people do you know that are like, oh, I found this book. It was great. But they still can't find and have a healthy relationship. They still can't do it. And it's the same thing over and over and over again for years. Why do you think? Because you're just reading a book. You're just going to a class. No one is telling you to expose your lie. Because that wouldn't put them out of business. You have the power to do it yourself. It's all right here. But you spend thousands of dollars, just to avoid what you really need to address. But Sarah, I don't think I can do it. Then great. Spend thousands more on just scratching the surface like you have been for 10, 20, 30 years. Oh, there's this book coming out. Great. Read it. But you're not going to get anywhere. You're still going to go to bed at night next to that person you never loved. But you got into because that's what you were supposed to do. Or maybe you fell out of love shortly thereafter because it wasn't right. But it was the thing to do. You're told, you're seeing all the pictures, right? You could look at social media and go, wow, look at how happy they are after they're married. Look at how happy they are after they bought their house, after they had kids. They're so happy. I mean, do you know how lied to we are? Do you see these posts on social media where people are carrying bags from department stores and they're just so happy, and you get that dopamine hit. I must not be happy because I don't have 2 shopping bags in my hand. I must not be happy because I'm not on a beach. I must not be happy because I haven't found the right wine. I'll be happy when? Always in the future. I'll be happy when I find the right relationship. But you just see people doing the same shit over and over and over again. Not getting anywhere. It's like they're literally on a hamster wheel. Here's a book. Whoa, that was great. I'm going to let this go. It's called spiritual bypassing. It doesn't work. It's created. I'm sure the intentions might be good, but there's people making a shit ton of money off of just telling you surface level things. you get that hit and you're like, yeah, this is great. But you still are rotting in your relationship. You still can't find the right one. And it's so frustrating. But I read the book. I got the tattoo. So what? You're not facing where you're lying. And I probably have said that how many times. I say it in every podcast. But that's the one thing you don't want to do. Admit that. At least admit it. That you don't want to face where you're lying. Admit it. That's step one. I'm afraid to give up my house. I'm afraid to give up time with my children. I don't want to be with them 50% of the time. Don't you think I went through that? I got divorced when my oldest was 5. I have 3 kids. And it was extremely painful. But what would have been more painful is the life I didn't want. If I could have done some things different, yes, absolutely. But that's not how it was. I was told this is what you have to do. And so I did it. But I couldn't lie to myself anymore. It's not easy. But you cannot expect peace, fulfillment, less resistance, energy, inspiration. You cannot expect healing and power and just happiness if you're just going to skim the surface all day long by reading books and trying to high-vibe yourself. If you want to feel good and really good, you have to do what's hard. And it's what you're avoiding. And you're not going to hear this by self-help people, influencers, coaches that are making millions because big media and corporations are going to pay to keep you small. They'll give you just enough to feel the dopamine hit, and you go back and you do the same shit over and over and over again. Can you see it? Can you see what I'm talking about? If it's big, if people are making millions, it's because they're giving you enough just to still stay blind. And you know you are because you're still on the hamster wheel. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear what you think about this because I feel like I'm getting a lot of views, but nobody's commenting. Because I don't know if I'm sitting here saying things that are like shaking your foundation, because I feel that I am. Because when you get thousands of views and no comments or, barely any likes, that tells me that people are kind of creeping, going, oh shit, this is what I do. Yeah, no shit. This is what most people do all day long. The hamster wheel. And it's going faster and we're going, oh shit. And it's not going back to the way that it was. Stop telling yourself something in the future is going to make you feel better. You're finally going to fall in love. Maybe if I vibe, I'll love this person that I sleep next to. You lied when you got into it. The lie is breaking apart. There's no more lying society anywhere, globally, personally. Some of you can see what I'm saying now. Some of you will see what I'm saying. So I want to hear it. Tell me what you think. Are you secretly just watching and listening to what I'm saying and just going, holy shit? Or maybe you don't give two shits. I don't, whatever. I don't know. But I want to hear it. So like, comment, send me an email, sarah@strategiesforhappiness.com. I want to hear what you want. What do you want me to talk about? My TikTok, at Sarah Saxby, my Instagram, Sarah Saxby 72. You can schedule a truth room session with me where we sit for 90 minutes and I will be this reflection for you. It's a gift that I have. Yes, I do use human design and I use astrology to get to know you. And I will tell you all about you. And if you're willing to hear it, you're going to hear a lot of things. But you have to be willing to hear it. The more willing you are, the more information you're going to pull from me. It's an amazing session. I don't really consider myself a coach because you are your own coach. I can't tell you what's best for you. I don't know. All I can do is help you connect back to who you are so you can feel what's best for you. That's the difference. Anyone who tells you they know what's best for you, they're lying. You know, and I get you back to you. That's the difference. So I'm like a truth disruptor. And it's very different and it's very good. So the link is in my bio on all of my social media, or you can go to my website, strategiesforhappiness.com, and you can book a session there. And it's life-changing. I assure you. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know what you want to talk about, and I will see you next time.